Plato's theory of forms and allegory of the cave. Plato, a renowned ancient Greek philosopher and student of Socrates, presented two fundamental concepts in his philosophy: the theory of forms and the allegory of the cave. These ideas provide profound insights into his metaphysical and epistemological views. 1. Theory of forms. Plato's theory of forms, also known as the theory of ideas, asserts that the material world we perceive through our senses is an imperfect and transient reflection of a higher realm of existence. According to Plato, true reality exists in a realm of abstract forms or ideas, which are perfect and eternal concepts. Key points of the theory of forms. A dual reality. Plato distinguishes between the sensible world, the world of appearances, and the intelligible world, the world of forms. The sensible world is the physical realm we experience through our senses, while the intelligible world is the realm of abstract forms, which can only be grasped through reason and intellect. B. Universals and particulars. Forms are universals, representing the perfect and unchanging essence of particular things in the sensible world. For example, the form of a triangle represents the perfect, eternal concept of triangularity, whereas the individual triangles we encounter in the material world are imperfect copies of this form. C. Participation. Plato posits that objects and entities in the sensible world participate in the forms. This means that, for instance, physical objects like beautiful flowers participate in the form of beauty, and just actions participate in the form of justice. 2. Allegory of the cave. The Allegory of the Cave is a metaphorical story found in Plato's famous work, The Republic. It illustrates the process of education and the journey of the philosopher toward knowledge and enlightenment. Summary of the Allegory of the Cave. In the Allegory of the Cave, Plato describes a group of prisoners who have lived their entire lives chained inside a dark cave. They face a wall and can only see the shadows cast on the wall by objects passing behind them. The prisoners mistake these shadows for reality since they have never experienced the outside world. One of the prisoners is eventually freed and forced to turn away from the wall, facing the entrance of the cave and the light outside. At first, the bright sunlight blinds him, but gradually, he begins to see the real objects casting the shadows. He realizes that the shadows he and his fellow prisoners once believed to be the only reality are mere imitations of the true forms. The freed prisoner returns to the cave to enlighten his fellow prisoners about the true reality beyond the shadows. However, they dismiss his claims as absurd and prefer to remain in the familiar, illusory world of shadows. Interpretation. The Allegory of the Cave symbolizes the process of philosophical enlightenment and the challenges faced by those who seek knowledge and truth. It highlights the distinction between the world of appearances, the shadows, and the world of forms, the real objects. The philosopher, like the freed prisoner, strives to escape the confines of ignorance and discover the higher truths of the intelligible world. Both Plato's theory of forms and the Allegory of the Cave emphasize the importance of intellectual inquiry and the pursuit of knowledge beyond the material world. These concepts continue to be central to discussions in metaphysics, epistemology, and the philosophy of